Welcome back to my channel, folks. This video is going to be slightly different. Let's start with a cinematic video first, and after that we are gonna talk about an old classic survival skill that everyone should own, at least in my opinion. It's a survival skill that I used during the video, and I think it could be useful during a real survival scenario. So stay till the end and enjoy the cinematic video. Thank you, guys. Time is the most valuable currency there is. The only thing Mother Nature has given us for free and equally everywhere is time. But we often fail to understand the importance of time. Life is nothing but a time duration between birth and death. Our speedy lifestyle makes us focus on things that are actually not relevant to improve our lives. For instance, the best gift is to give to your friends or to your beloved ones some of your time. We are always in a hurry, business is to grow, and the most common answer we give to others and to ourselves included is, "Sorry, I don't have time." Doing so, we lose the connection with those who really matter the most and the things that matter the most. We don't see that one of our closest friends is screaming inside looking for help. And we don't even see that even us need time to listen to our inner being. We don't have time for our elders. Even we clearly know that not everything can be found on Google. Time places a limit on the set of internalized perception we get to record. We have to find a way to make time. We have to find a way to use the time we already have in a better way. Time also for enjoying our passions, to improve our skills, and to live part of our lives connected to Mother Nature. We are always running. We are always doing. But most of the time, we are not feeling, we are not listening, we are not learning. So, we are not living. We are not living at all. Make time. or learn how to use best the ones we have. Make time. I truly hope you enjoyed the cinematic video and the message that I wanted to share. I want to give you some context. An American brand that makes very cool watches reached me out lately. They wanted me to try out one of their watches, and after we spoke together, I've learned more about the brand. I said yes. I honestly appreciated their way of being honest towards their customers and the fact that they don't claim that their products are all made in USA like several companies do these days, which is not true. That's what is happening around the world, even in Italy. Their watches are assembled in their laboratories with their hands. Being able to assemble an high-quality watch require a high skill level. There are so many tiny pieces to make the watch works, and I have to admit it's a tough work. The company is also very clear on where all the mechanisms come from. All the mechanisms they use for their watches comes from Japan and Switzerland. The watch I got from them is called C5 Tactical Field Solar 40 millimeters. It's the solar version of their classical C5 Tactical. They claim that this watch can produce 6 months of power reserve from just 6 hours of light. It's gonna take time for me to test this out, but I have time. I'm gonna leave you some specs here. The movement of this watch is Japanese made and it's called Epson VS42. They give you 2 years waterproof warranty, and the watch comes in a nice case with an interchangeable strap in a desert color. I really like its simplicity, the matte black color of the case. I'm not a big fan of rubber straps. I just kept it for the sake of the video. I tend to prefer NATO straps for this kind of watches. I'm honestly really impressed by the lume paint performance of the hands and dials. You clearly see what time it is when it's really dark. It's a very light but sturdy watch, and it doesn't cost a fortune. It's also a very low profile watch, and it's an aspect that I really like. I leave a link in the description in case you want to know more about the brand. They have a very interesting blog where they explain more about them and their level of transparency, which is really important to me. By the way, I'm not going to earn any money from this link, and I want to be clear on that. I've always been fan of watches. Unfortunately, I never had some extra money to buy a cool one. I still have a Casio Madmaster that a dear friend gave to me as a present, but no more than that. I have to say that the more I'm getting older, the more I prefer analog watches instead of digital ones. And this is one of the other reasons that brought me to say yes to this new collaborations. I tend to say no to collaborations 9 times out of 10. I can clearly spot once a brand reaches me out just for free advertisement, and I don't like it. And that's why I collaborate with a small selected number of brands. And I do it because I like their products, because they work, and I like our relationship as a human being. If you make a great product, but you are a bad human being and you don't take care of your customers, I don't care about using your products. Isn't that simple? I want to stay true to myself and to you all. So I don't care about free stuff. I felt the necessity to share with you my point of view about it. Now let's move on and talk about the particular survival skills that can be applied if you have a watch on your wrist, but it can also be applied if you have a digital watch too. We are talking about an old survival skill well known from the old SAS Survival Handbook, written by the mighty John Lofty Wiseman, which is how to find a direction with a watch. Let's dive into it. Things gonna change if you live in the northern hemisphere or in a southern hemisphere. We will cover both cases. For those like me who lives in a northern hemisphere, First, we need to identify the direction of the sun. If you find it tricky, place a stick or a pen upright. The opposite where the shadow casts is the direction of the sun. Pretty simple, right? Now place your watch parallel to the ground in a way so that our hand is pointed toward the sun. Next, bisect the distance between the hour hand and the 12 o'clock marker to give the north-south line. For those who live in the southern hemisphere, instead of pointing your hour hand at the sun, you will point the 12 hours market at it. You will bisect the space between them and follow the other steps. The major difference is that the line from the center of the watch will point you north. However, for northern hemisphere, the halfway mark you use to find south is different from AM versus PM. In the AM, you find the halfway bisecting marks south, going clockwise towards noon. In the PM, you count counterclockwise towards noon to get halfway bisecting point that points to south. Hope I make it clear. We all know that we have to do our best with what we have, and it's always good to train our skills in different ways and carry or wear gears or garment that can be multifunctional, for our survivability. That's it for today. I truly hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another one. Be prepared.